Hey guys, my name is Becky Page and I'm here to give you my top tips and tricks for doing a reset. First and foremost, once you open your box, make sure you scan this little QR code. You're gonna find a lot of little goodies online that you might not have thought of beforehand. And here's my biggest starting tip. Take photos of your before and later your afters. But you're gonna want to do not only photos, but even measurements. Measure your hips, measure your waist, measure your bust. Find out what your measurements are because you're gonna want to use these tools to truly track how well you've done with this. A few things that are gonna really help with your success are, if possible, don't do a reset alone. This does not mean that you have to have someone in your house that does reset with you. But if you're doing a reset, find either an accountability partner or talk to the person that you purchased the reset from and say, hey, can I just check in with you through these 3 days? I promise it's gonna help with your mindset. Next, you're gonna get this handy little booklet. I really encourage you, spend some time here so you can learn just a little bit about each product that you're using. Day one, you get up in the morning, don't skip your hydrate. This is the first thing you're gonna do. Maybe you wake up, you have a little bit of water, but pretty quickly you're gonna wanna mix this with at least between 12 and 20 ounces of water, mix it really well, and take it right away. That's because you've been fasting since the night before, and this waking up your digestive system with an electrolyte is not only going to hydrate you really well, but it's gonna get your digestive tract ready for all the other products. Now, I tell all of my customers, I'm a coffee girl for life. I'm not getting off of coffee just to do a reset. However, I will make it just black coffee. So for my resets, I get up, I do my hydrate, and then I'm gonna have a cup of plain black coffee. If you're a coffee drinker, but you don't like drinking it without your cream and sugar and whatever else in the morning, let me tell you a trick to use. Once you go for breakfast, you're gonna mix this lean chocolate protein drink with a cup of cooled or cold black coffee. And the way that I do it is I take a cup of black coffee, I put it in the fridge, and then when it's time for breakfast, I'm gonna mix the black coffee together with ice, and that's gonna give me kind of like a frappuccino to start my morning with. I tend to drink my Slim in the mid-morning. That way I'm drinking something, putting something through my system about every 2 to 3 hours. Some people like to go ahead and mix their Active with their Slim. The main thing with Active is whether you do it in the morning or in the afternoon, you just wanna know if your body's sensitive to caffeine. And if you've just started your morning with the black coffee lean mixture, then maybe give yourself a break until around after lunch, 1 or 2 p.m., it's your call. Okay, let me talk to you about the soups because here's the deal. Whether you're gonna do your collagen bone broth or you're gonna do your roasted red pepper and tomato soup, either way, by day 3, your brain's gonna get a little tired. So you can switch it up. You can do one for lunch and the other for dinner. And the next day you might wanna do this one for lunch and this one for dinner. But here's the key. The number one thing I can recommend, especially to those of you who work, get yourself a good shaker bottle. That way you can take regular temperature water, tap water, or whatever you get for your drinking water, and you're gonna mix it up with this, and you're gonna shake until it's completely mixed. Then you can pop it in the microwave, or if you want, you can put it on the stovetop, however you wanna do that. But getting those soups mixed is key. Maybe you're gonna use a frother, that's fine. Just mix it up before you heat it up. I promise it'll taste better. Also, for these soups, flavor is key. Whatever you need to add. I love adding garlic salt. That's one of my favorite things to do. But whatever you need, whether it's maybe some steak seasoning, something to flavor it up for yourself, do it to where you want it. And by the way, I mentioned earlier, you could switch these up for lunch and dinner. You could also just go ahead and get something out of the way with breakfast and save your lean chocolate shake for the evening. You're just trying to stay on a schedule since you're doing a mostly liquid diet. I say mostly liquid because this is the hero of the day, your smart snack that you're actually going to chew. So it's great. The texture helps break up your day so that you're not only drinking your meals, but this snack bar, I like to have really, my hunger cues tend to hit the worst between early to late afternoon. And so that's what I save this bar for. I'll throw it in my purse, keep it in somewhere where it's easy to grab, and I'm gonna have this before dinner. Last product of the day, if you so choose, is your Restore. This is really an incredible product. If you've never used it by yourself, this is what's going to help your body kind of calibrate your gut overnight while you sleep. It's got some pretty amazing herbal ingredients that are good for your gut, great for your liver, help you detox while you're going through this whole reset, which, by the way, let me just remind you that detoxing during reset is totally normal. Don't freak out. You're going to be drinking a lot. Your body's going to be getting rid of waste. It's going to make you feel better after those 3 days. At the same time, I want to say that if you so choose, you could also mix this earlier in the day with Slim. It's up to you. I like to take it before bedtime because it really helps with sleep. Here's the deal. If you don't love the flavor, just pour it in a small amount of water. Make sure you mix it really well with a frother, and then shoot it down and go about your night. My final tip for your reset is just to keep a good attitude. In order to do that, I don't do reset on the weekends because that's often when I'm going to have like a celebratory meal and I don't want to feel like I'm missing out on something. But that might not be your case. Whatever it takes to keep you focused on your goal, get in your head and remind yourself, this is the gift that you're giving yourself. It might be difficult, but it's going to be worth it.